Have you ever felt the relentless pull of the past? A burning desire to witness Cleopatra's splendor or whisper a warning to a king on the brink of disaster? Or maybe the future beckons, a glittering mirage of flying cars and unimaginable technology. The concept of time travel, the ability to defy the linear march of time, has been a cornerstone of human fantasy for as long as we've dreamt of the unknown. But what if the gleaming portal to another era masked a terrifying truth? What if the whispers of paradoxes that haunt time travel tales weren't merely fiction, but a chilling premonition of dangers that lurk unseen? Today, we're not just talking about the thrill of defying time, but about the potential darkness that lies on the other side. Welcome to the Lore Chronicles. The allure of time travel is undeniable, but lurking beneath the surface lies a tangled web of paradoxes, logical contradictions that threaten to unravel the very fabric of time. Take the infamous grandfather paradox. Imagine a scenario where you travel back in time and prevent your grandfather's birth. Logically, this would erase your own existence, rendering the entire trip impossible. This paradox highlights the fundamental problem. How can you change the past if you yourself are a product of that past? The potential consequences of these paradoxes are as intriguing as they are terrifying. Some theories suggest timeline splitting. The act of time travel fractures reality, creating a branching timeline where the original timeline continues unaltered while a new one diverges based on the time traveler's actions. Others posit a self-correcting timeline. The universe actively resists paradoxes, subtly manipulating events to ensure they remain consistent. Regardless of the mechanism, the implications are profound. Time travel might not be a journey to a fixed past, but a delicate dance with the very laws of causality. But the paradoxes don't stop at the mechanics of time. They raise profound philosophical questions about free will. If the future is predetermined, are our actions truly our own? Could paradoxes be evidence of a preordained timeline where our choices are mere illusions? Or perhaps the act of time travel itself becomes a fixed point in time, a paradox in itself that ensures the timeline remains consistent, albeit through seemingly illogical means. Now, these are just a few of the mind-bending questions that arise from the paradox problem. As we delve deeper into the potential of time travel, understanding these paradoxes becomes crucial. They force us to confront the limitations of our logic and grapple with the very nature of time itself. Time travel, while captivating, holds within it the potential for unforeseen and devastating consequences. One such danger lies in the butterfly effect. Imagine a time traveler stepping on a butterfly in the distant past. This seemingly insignificant act could, over time, have a profound ripple effect, altering weather patterns, disrupting ecosystems, and ultimately leading to a drastically different future. Even the smallest change in the past can have unforeseen and potentially catastrophic consequences in the future. The butterfly effect is just one aspect of a broader danger: unintended consequences. Even with the best intentions, a time traveler's actions could have disastrous outcomes. Now, imagine going back to warn a historical figure of an impending assassination. The warning itself might trigger a chain of events that leads to a different, perhaps even worse fate for that person. The past is a complex web of cause and effect, and even well-meaning attempts to alter it could have unintended and devastating consequences. The perils of time travel extend beyond unintended consequences as well. Our very presence in the past can be a disruptive force. The observer effect posits that the act of time travel itself alters the historical record. Imagine a time traveler witnessing a pivotal moment in history, perhaps the signing of a peace treaty. By their mere presence, they might inadvertently influence the participants, suddenly altering the outcome of the event. The past is a delicate ecosystem, and our intrusion, no matter how careful, could have unforeseen consequences. Furthermore, unfettered time travel could lead to the erosion of the past through the butterfly collector effect. Imagine a world where time travel becomes a tourist industry, with people hopping back to witness historical events firsthand. The constant influx of visitors could disrupt historical events, dilute their significance, and ultimately cheapen the very experience they seek. The past is not a museum exhibit, but a fragile tapestry woven from the threads of human experience. Unrestricted time travel threatens to unravel this tapestry, leaving behind a hollow echo of history. The allure of time travel often overshadows the profound impact it could have on the human psyche. Imagine the emotional toil of venturing into the past. Time travelers might grapple with the ghosts of their own past, the chance to witness or even relive past regrets. The burden of witnessing historical horrors firsthand, from wars to atrocities, could leave lasting emotional scars. Loneliness is another potential consequence. Time travelers could become isolated figures, unable to fully connect with those in the past or the future due to their unique experiences. Beyond the psychological toil, time travel raises a host of ethical dilemmas. Who gets to control the powerful technology? Should everyone have access to the past, or should it be limited to prevent chaos? The question of whether the past can be changed becomes a moral minefield. Should historical tragedies be prevented, or are they necessary lessons for the future? Finally, the potential for greed and power struggles looms large. Time travel technology could become a weapon, used to manipulate history for personal gain or strategic advantage. Imagine a world where corporations or governments vie for control of the past, rewriting history to suit their agendas. The human factor becomes a double-edged sword. The very curiosity and ambition that drives us to explore time could also lead to its exploitation. The ethical dilemmas surrounding time travel don't stop at philosophical debates. Imagine a world where time travel becomes a reality and the potential for greed and manipulation becomes frighteningly real. Consider these three scenarios. What if it were a world where the wealthy and powerful control access to the past? Black markets could emerge, offering trips to specific historical periods for a hefty price. These time tours could disrupt historical events for their own amusement, potentially altering the course of history for personal gain. What about weaponizing the past? In the wrong hands, time travel could become a weapon of war. Imagine a scenario where governments use time travel to alter past conflicts, ensuring their own victories or sabotaging their enemies. This could lead to a temporal arms race, with each side vying for control of the past to rewrite history in their favor. And of course, we might have religion involved as well, or cults. Time travel could also lead to the rise of extremist ideologies. Imagine cults or fringe groups obsessed with a particular historical period. They could use time travel to try and recreate past societies, potentially disrupting the present and endangering the future. These are just a few of the chilling possibilities. The human factor, with all its ambition, greed, and desire for control, could turn the dream of time travel into a dystopian nightmare. If time travel were really possible, what would it be like dealing with that sort of technology? Let's explore a few possible scenarios. What if there were a governing body like the Temporal Authority, tasked with overseeing all aspects of time travel? This organization could be a global entity or a consortium of nations working together. They might implement a rigorous licensing system for time travelers, requiring extensive training in history, ethics, and the potential consequences of altering the past. Additionally, specific historical periods deemed too sensitive or volatile could be off-limits to prevent disruptions. Strict protocols for documenting and reporting any temporal anomalies would be essential for maintaining a consistent timeline. Specialized units like temporal marshals could be established to monitor and enforce time travel regulations. These highly trained individuals would be responsible for investigating illegal time travel activities, apprehending rogue time travelers, and potentially even intervening in situations where paradoxes threaten the timeline. Their training would encompass not just combat and temporal technology, but also diplomacy and historical knowledge to navigate delicate situations in the past. I seem to remember a movie with Tom Cruise about that. Can't think of the name of that movie. Now, the time travel technology itself could be built with safeguards in place. Imagine devices that can only travel to predetermined points in history, chosen based on their historical significance and minimal risk of disruption. Interaction with the past could be limited as well, perhaps only allowing observation and data collection to minimize the butterfly effect. Advanced temporal anchors could be developed to tether the time traveler to a specific point in time, preventing them from inadvertently altering the timeline. All right, let's go a little darker today. Let's look at what some of the dystopian future possibilities might look like. So now let's imagine a clandestine network of individuals opposed to the manipulation of time for personal gain or political agendas. This underground railroad through time could consist of historians exposing historical whitewashing, scientists fighting against the weaponization of time travel, and ordinary citizens yearning for a future unchained from the manipulation of the past. They might operate in secret, communicating through hidden channels and utilizing their knowledge of the past to evade capture by the temporal authorities. That would make a pretty good movie or book. Could there be temporal hackers? Tech-savvy individuals who exploit vulnerabilities in time travel technology could emerge as a thorn in the side of those in control. These chrononauts might be rogue scientists, disillusioned time travel agents, or even black market operators. Their skills could range from bypassing temporal security protocols to manipulating historical records to sow chaos and disrupt the plans of the ruling elite. What if we had the Guardians of Time? A secret society with a deep understanding of the delicate balance of the timeline could exist as the ultimate safeguard. These temporal guardians might be descendants of the original time travel pioneers, sworn to protect the past from those who would exploit it. Their knowledge of time travel technology and past events would be unmatched, allowing them to operate in the shadows, subtly influencing events and nudging history back on course, even if it means opposing those with the most power. All right, here's a bonus section today. We're going to explore theories of time travel. Just a brief glimpse into the looking glass. While the concept of time travel remains firmly in the realm of science fiction, some scientific theories offer intriguing possibilities. Now, we know that these are purely hypothetical and the actual physics of time travel remain a mystery. But none of that matters to me today. Let's look at a few theories to consider. Wormholes. Cosmic tunnels burrowing through the fabric of space-time, connecting two distant points in time and space. According to Einstein's theory of general relativity, the existence of wormholes is theoretically possible, though they would likely be incredibly unstable and require exotic matter with negative energy density to remain open. Traversing a wormhole for time travel would be a perilous journey, fraught with the dangers of collapsing tunnels and unpredictable gravitational forces. CTCs, or closed time-like curves. These are hypothetical loops in space-time that allow for time travel back in time. Imagine a wrinkle in the fabric of time, allowing someone to travel along a path that eventually circles back to their point of origin. The existence of CTCs is highly speculative and would likely violate causality, leading to paradoxes. However, some theoretical models suggest manipulating gravity with immense amounts of energy could create a CTC, though the practicality and safety remain dubious at best. Then we have the many worlds interpretation. I just did a video last week on this. This was one of the many that we did with different universe theories. This theory in quantum mechanics posits that every possible outcome of an event actually happens, branching off into two separate realities. In this interpretation, time travel wouldn't involve altering the past of your own timeline, but rather jumping to a parallel universe where the past was already different. This eliminates paradoxes, but raises questions about the nature of reality and the existence of countless parallel universes. These are just a few of the mind-bending theories that explore the possibility of time travel. While the science might be a bit shaky, they can fuel our imagination and add a sense of scientific plausibility to our imagination. Remember, the true nature of time travel remains a mystery waiting to be unraveled, perhaps by the very science fiction that explores it. We've explored the allure and dangers of time travel, from paradoxes to the potential for chaos. But can we truly navigate the past without unraveling the present? Share your thoughts on time travel's dark side in the comments below. And for more mind-bending sci-fi content, subscribe for the journey. And we'll see you next time.